Good evening, everyone. My name is Joshil Angral from class 6C, and the name of my school is Jammu Sanskriti School. And my topic is poverty in India. Poverty in India. India is a developing nation, although its economy is growing. Poverty is still a major challenge. However, poverty is on the decline in India. It is around 84 million people living in extreme poverty, which makes up 6% of its total population as May 2021. In May 2012, the World Bank reviewed and proposed revisions to their poverty calculation methodology and purchasing power parity basics for measuring poverty worldwide. Ma'am, can you next page, ma'am? Causes of poverty in India. First, demographic. One of the biggest reasons for poverty in India is overpopulation. India is a highly populated country. The growth of the population in India is way beyond the growth in the economy, and the gross result is such that the poverty figures have remained more or less constant. As far as the rural areas is concerned, the basic size of family is bigger, which is eventually leads to lowering the per capita income values and consequently lowering the standard of living of an individual. There economic. There are many economic reasons behind poverty. These are A. Poverty, agriculture, infrastructure. Infrastructure. Agriculture is a backbone of the economy in India. The only area where India lacks is agriculture infrastructure, such outdated and old farming practices, obsolete technology, and lack of formal agriculture education amongst the farmer. The income is too less for the farmer to meet the economic needs of his/her family. B. Unequal distribution of assets. The upper and middle income groups in India sees a faster increase earning as compared to the lower income groups. The scenario in India is such that 80% of the wealth in country is controlled by just 20% of the population. C. Unemployment. Unemployment is one factor that hugely increases the multiples the effect of poverty by 10 minutes. Almost 77% of the family do not have a regular source of income in India. Ma'am, next page. Causes of poverty in India. Third, social. The various social issues that contribute largely to poverty are A. Education and illiteracy. Lack of education and growing illiteracy is majorly responsible for poverty in India. Due to increase in the illiteracy rates, unemployment rises and resultantly poverty rates increase. B. Outdated social customs. Social customs like the caste system, caste segregation, and marginalization of the certain sections of the society also play a major role in spreading poverty. C. Gender inequality. India is a country where still today there is discrimination based on gender. The weak status attached to women is hungry. The woman is hugely responsible for the poor condition of women. Corruption. Fourth, corruption. Although the government promised to make considerable effort now and then to make India corruption free, the reality is different. Corruption is a deep rooted in India. It is immensely difficult to make India corruption free due to the rise in the rate of corruption every hour. Poverty is increased simultaneously. Fourth, individual. Individual lack of efforts also become a huge reason behind the increase in the poverty rates. Some people are lazy, and do not wish to work hard. Such people suffer from poverty due to lack of personal efforts. Ma'am, next page. Ma'am, one more next page actually is there. That is effects of poverty. Yes, ma'am, this. Effects of poverty. Effects of poverty is like a disease that has devastating effects on individual and his family. The major effects are as follows. First, effect on health. The biggest effect of poverty is poor health. Those who suffer from poverty do not have access to enough food, adequate clothing, medical facilities, and clean surroundings. The lack of these basic facilities leads to poor health. Such individuals and their families suffer from malnutrition further, and these people get ill. They do not have enough money to visit a doctor, buy medicine. Such poor people die daily due to illness, prolonged illness, etc. Further, these people are unable to afford house for themselves. They also make them prone to disease. Second, effects on society. The effects of poverty on society are as follow. First, violence and crime rate. The occurrence of violence and crime is geographically constant due to unemployment and unmarginalization. People, poor people often indulge in wrong practices such as prostitution, prostitution, thief, theft, and criminal activities such as chain snatching, etc. B. Homelessness. Poor people are usually homelessness. They sleep on the roadside at night. They, this makes entire scenario very unsafe for women and children. Social, the various issues that contribute largely to proper are the next page. Stress. Due to lack of money, poor people suffer from a lot of stress which leads them to reduction in the productivity of individual near thereby making poor people poor, poorer. B. Child labor. Poverty forces poor people to send their children to work instead of sending them to schools. This is because families fail to bear the burden of their children. Among the poor family, children start earning an average age of 5 years only. Terrorism. Youngsters from the poor family are usually targeted and involved in terrorist activities. These people are offered a huge amount of money instead of which they are assigned which the destructive task of terrorism. Third, effects on economy. Poverty is directly proportional to the success of the economy. The numbers of people living in poverty is reflective of how powerful is the economy. My next page. Solution. The check should be maintained on the population rate in India. The employment opportunities must be increased by inviting more foreign investors into the country. A check should be maintained upon a gap that remains in distribution of wealth. Thank you.